If you're on Medicare or you're coming into Medicare and you're going to stay with original Medicare with a Medicare supplement plan, which I always highly recommend, I certainly have many videos on why I do not like Medicare Advantage plans, but we're going to talk about coming into Medicare with original and finding a Medicare drug plan. So if you have original Medicare, you're likely going to have a supplement, Plan G, Plan N, and then you most likely will want to get a Medicare drug plan. Now, there are some instances where I don't think a drug plan is a great deal, and that can be kind of if you fall in the middle. If your drugs are little to none, or if you have very expensive medications, drug plans can make a lot of sense. In the middle, it might be more of a gray area where you might do better with things like GoodRx or Mark Cuban's drug plan, Cost Plus program. A lot of discount plans out there that don't really cost any money. But understand, if you don't have a drug plan now and you want to get one later, there is a penalty. It's not a really big penalty, which again, it might make sense to have it anyway, based on what your out-of-pocket costs would be. But we're going to talk about finding the right Medicare drug plan. And just full disclosure, I don't sell Medicare drug plans just because the fact that there's so many and they are so different, and I couldn't possibly have contracts with every single one of them, so might not have what best fits you. And another reason is Medicare has a really good tool to find the best Medicare drug plan in your zip code. And I'm gonna go through that right now to show you exactly how to do that and how easy it is, and just gives you a clear picture exactly what your out-of-pocket expenses would be. So first off, we need to get to where that is, and it's on Medicare's site, but I made a URL to make it easy for us to get there. If you go to www.drugplanfinder.com, it's going to bring us right to the page on Medicare's site where we do our shopping for our Medicare drug plan. And again, it's a very good tool. It might be the best tool that they have, and I'll show you exactly how it works. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at a zip code in Texas. And again, wherever you're located, just put in your zip code, and then it's going to bring up counties, possibly just click your county. We're going to go with Travis, Texas. And again, this is the same anywhere. So what we're looking for here is Medicare drug plan. And just be careful here because the others aren't as good as the drug plan finder. So make sure this is what we're looking for, a Medicare drug plan. Ask if you get any financial help. I'm going to click that we do not. If you do, you can click that. And do you want to see the cost of your drugs when you compare plans? Of course we do. So click yes there, and then it'll bring us to a screen where we put in our drugs. So you want to have your medications handy so you can put them in, because it's going to show us the total cost, including whatever premium costs. So I'm going to add a couple here, and we'll start with a blood pressure medication, pretty popular drug, and just click on add drug. It'll bring up how much you take and how often. I'm going to leave it where it is for the basic scenario. And then we're going to add another drug. I'll put in a cholesterol drug. A lot of us take both of these. So these are generic medications, very low cost, so nothing terribly complicated with them. If yours is complicated, then get very detailed with this and know exactly what you have. So we're going to go with these two drugs. And then when we click done adding drugs, it's going to ask if we use any particular pharmacy in our area. And it's going to have a map based on where we're located, and you can choose what pharmacy you go to. I'm going to pick a couple of them here. I'll pick Walgreens and a local one. And again, whatever you use, it might make some difference, not a tremendous amount of difference in the cost, but you can add up to 5 and put whatever you might be going to from a pharmacy, and then click View Plans. And what you see right here with this scenario, again, lowest drug plus premium cost. This is the complete total out-of-pocket cost for the year. The first one is 0. So WellCare has 0 monthly premium, and those two drugs would cost you absolutely nothing for the entire year. So certainly that would be a pretty good option to look at. As we scroll down, they just get a little higher. So this one has $20 drug costs as we go, and then $270 drug costs as we go. So we don't want that. We would want no drug costs. So it also has 2 of 2 selected pharmacies are in network. So the 2 pharmacies that we picked are both in network. You simply click on enroll. It'll bring you to join plan. It's then going to start asking for things like your Medicare number and your information and things like that. But that's how easy this is to get a Medicare drug plan. Now, a couple things to understand with Medicare drug plans. They work pretty much the same as a Medicare Advantage plan in the enrollment world. So you can only change a Medicare drug plan or join a Medicare drug plan at the end of the year. You can always do it when you first come into Medicare, but after you're in Medicare, at the end of the year between October 15th and December 7th, just like Medicare Advantage, that's when you can make changes or get in, get out, do whatever you want, and it starts on January 1st. So just keep that in mind. If you did not join when you first came into Medicare and you want to get one later, all of a sudden things change and you do need a drug plan, there is a penalty. It runs 12% per year that you don't have it, but that's not that big a number when you actually do the math. So again, it depends on how much your out-of-pocket cost is. You can kind of figure that out going forward. I have another video talking about that on, when maybe to forego a drug plan, because things, there are a lot of discount plans out there right now that don't cost anything that you may get your medication through. So we got to do a little bit of work with our drugs to get them on the most affordable scenario, but this drug plan finder tool just makes it very simple. And back to what we had and why I don't sell them and why you shouldn't have somebody sell you a drug plan. That WellCare plan at zero premium and zero out of pocket also pays zero commission to an insurance agent. So an insurance agent is not going to be looking to sell you that plan because they don't make money on it. And that's the plan that's likely the best for you. So you want to make sure this is something you can do yourself. It's really not complicated. Just take a few minutes, go to drugplanfinder.com, put in your information, and I'm pretty sure once you enter all your drug information, it'll keep it there for next year. So you can easily come back and do it again every year just to compare costs and just keep our monthly expenses as low as we can. So we're certainly happy to help with any of this, and I hope you found all this helpful. Hope you have a fantastic day.